How's it going, guys? Ponylover1989 here, and welcome to another reaction episode. Well, I'm at 988 subscribers now. Thank you so much, guys. Keep pressing that subscribe button, and I'm pretty sure I could get more followers and friends like you out there. Do you remember my last reaction to Underground Cinema's live-action box office bomb review of Super Mario Brothers from 1993? Well, part 1 of my reaction has reached 51 views and 3 likes. Part 2 has reached 29 views and 4 likes, and final part reached 35 views and 3 likes. The user who suggested me to react to the review really loved my reaction. So now, without further ado, I am now going to be reacting to another OmniGem's Underground Cinema review, and it's the live action Scooby-Doo movie from 2002. Okay, let's begin with the reaction, shall we? OmniGem 99% Underground Cinema, starring Jem Esterella. Theme song Enemy by Fozzy. I think that's today's spoopy movie. Scooby-Doo 2002. I think the footage is from the movie Armageddon, I think.
This is Jem Estrella, and welcome to another edition
Jem
of
Estrella.
Underground Cinema. Let's go back to summer of 2002.
The following story I'm about to tell you actually happened.
You're 8 years old. Things are looking great for your life. You're rocking out to the latest clips.
I think I was 13 back in 2002. Game Boy Advance, Toonami. The Middle by Jimmy Eat World.
Every radio at least 3 times a day.
that was a popular hit.
Family's friend's mom offers you to take you to the movie theaters. Not just you, but your 6-year-old sister and the family's 4-year-old daughter. The 3 of you were about to watch.
I used to have a dog, but I don't have a sister.
Movies that come out of that summer. However, you can only see one, and it's decided by a majority. One was Lilo and Stitch, and the other movie is
the Powerpuff Girls movie.
Your sister voted for Lilo and Stitch, and your family's daughter voted for another. It's all up to you. The decision for 2 movies lies on your hands. It's Lilo and Stitch or the other one.
Or the Powerpuff Girls movie.
And you decided to pick Lilo and Stitch and not go for the other film. And then, more than 2 decades later, you and your sister look back at your choice and you do not regret it. Because you know deep down you've made the right decision. So, what was the other movie? The other movie is
Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo is one of these cartoons that you've no doubt heard of before and will never go away. Like The Simpsons,
South Park, SpongeBob, Family Guy, Tom and Jerry, Pokemon, My Little Pony.
Anyways, Scooby-Doo,
Tom and Jerry, Looney Tunes.
Around since its first show back in 1969.
It's been around since 1969.
Keeping it alive along with the other fanboys. Some good,
some bad.
Some
even the HBO Max worst animated series, Velma.
The whole franchise is still going on today. It's kind of impressive, really, because despite how the series would go through a bad period throughout the
new
early
Scooby-Doo
70s
movies,
and 80s, with a bunch of new shows becoming more like self-parodies of the original, the introduction of Scrappy-Doo, the laugh tracks ruining the atmosphere, and
everyone's most hated character from the 90s and 2000s, Scrappy.
At this point, where we could practically see the episodes play out in our heads without even watching. At its very best, Scooby-Doo is a cheesy, slightly annoying, and mediocre cartoon show that doesn't exactly have the best writing in comedy, action, and animation. But then again, it was a show with a really low budget that was around since 1969, so you really can't expect much. I don't care what the hipsters and boomers say, but the 70s
Laugh
were
Olympics.
a horrible decade for cartoons, at least here in America. And I dare anyone to have the nerve to watch any random show of that
Brady
decade
Cat
and tell me with a straight face, oh yeah, that cartoon is so much better than Rick and Morty.
What? Rick
Not
and
being a
Morty
hardcore
didn't
fan of
debut in
watching any
1970.
episodes
They
from any shows,
debuted
I
like in
sort of understand the
2015 or
appeal and why
16
the show lasted
on
as long
Adult
as it
Swim.
did. It's a cartoon that is iconic for its simplicity and charm. It's fun to imagine what the show would be like if it were done differently with a new twist to the whole thing. And we kind of got that as time moved on. We would get a few direct-to-video
Direct-to-video movies
that gave us
and
some different
TV
ideas
movies.
for the formula. Scooby-Doo would get some new shows that weren't too bad either. What's New Scooby-Doo
What's New
was
Scooby-Doo
overall
was
decent. Mystery Incorporated
decent.
was pretty
Mystery
good and
Incorporated
severely
was
underrated.
good.
And the Pup Named Scooby-Doo show was really funny to watch.
Really funny to watch
With how
in
long the
the
franchise
late
has lasted,
1980s.
it's being familiar to the cartoon, whether or not they watch the shows or not, it seemed like a matter of time that a live-action film of the cartoon would be made. And in some ways, I'm surprised that it took this long for such a film to get the spotlight. Well, seeing how this is Halloween, we might as well do a review on a movie that's fitting to the holiday.
Oh,
And
that
I do
video
have to
was
show
released
you
in
exactly
Halloween
why this movie
2024?
was the wrong choice to pick if you were that said kid. Let us move on to the review. So our movie begins with the Warner Brothers logo getting bit by Scooby-Doo, and a very outdated pop version of the theme song starts playing. Already this movie started off on the wrong foot. I mean, really. It reminds me of one of those crappy animated intros from the spin-offs with theme songs that cater to what was cool and overplayed at the time. And for that matter, why is it that the very first theme song in the very first intro in 1969 is timeless compared to almost every one of these intros that came and went after the show's run? How is that even possible? I know I'm just nitpicking here,
Humble
but the
Fight
late
Media
version of
Group
the theme song
production.
is a huge sign that the film is going to be a bad one. Unless, of course, you didn't already saw the warning signs from the commercial showing you the previews of the movie.
Scooby looks like an ugly dog that got burned into an oven and made it out alive.
We see a toy factory,
Well,
and the
toy
movie wastes
factory.
no time in showing us how the classic caper plays out. And I mean no time, because we see the Luna Ghost floating and holding Daphne, Velma planning something, Fred being bland as usual, and Shaggy and Scooby doing their usual shtick.
Usual stick.
A little bit too late into the caper, I must say. Yes, I know how the Scooby-Doo routine works, but I still wonder why they started the movie like that. I know Scooby-Doo as a franchise had been around for about 40 years by the time this movie was made, so longtime fans and some kids might get the memo, but what about the kids that don't know about Scooby-Doo and this movie was their introduction to the series? They'd be fucking confused how this whole thing plays out. We see the routine play out with the montage
Skateboard.
and the chasing, but not the building. We're getting the checklist of the show, but they only show up like the last parts of the list. This is like watching Goku and Frieza fighting each other, already turned
The
Super
Frieza
Saiyan,
story
already
arc.
went 100% full power, already having the planet Namek destroyed, and skipped the whole lead up to the climax, and we're just supposed to go along
Not
with
Piccolo's
it as
home
we're
planet.
familiar with the whole scenario. They could have just started the film with a quick montage of the Mystery Gang doing their usual thing for 3 minutes and move on. But no, getting to the third act sounds reasonable to these hacks that wrote the film. So
Here
they do
goes
their
the
usual
skateboard.
stick, capture the ghost, but before they get into the unmasking, the Mystery Machine van bursts out of nowhere and oh my god, are you serious?
That Pamela Anderson.
Thank you so much for saving the factory.
And what the hell? What are these fans and cops doing just popping into the scary spot out of nowhere?
This is a victory for any celebrity who wants to make a quality, ecologically friendly action figure.
Alright, show of hands. Anyone watching this review below the age of 18? I want to know. Do any of you know who this woman is? Because unless you got too much time on your hands to look up retro junk and old gossipy crap, I don't blame you for not knowing who Pamela Anderson is. Seriously, what is it with the Scooby-Doo series and their pointless celebrity appearances? They almost never help out on boosting the ratings and the overall quality of the show. They're just there for the sake of having a big name to get people invested, if they cared at all. Besides, it always backfires on their cameos as they would become has-beens in about 5 years or less. And guess what? Pamela Anderson would be no different. I seriously doubt there was anyone that cared about her by the time 2003 came in. I mean, come on, guys. Haven't they learned anything
new
after the
Scooby-Doo
Scooby-Doo
movies.
movies and their 100 or so guest appearances?
Guest
So after
appearances.
they catch the Luna Ghost, they get to the typical unmasking, and it turns out to be the older man, some middle-aged fucker, and Velma explaining the motive of his plans, yada yada yada. Also, I don't care if this was made for a little joke. This has got to be the most petty and ridiculous motive for any Scooby-Doo villain ever.
That man's
The creepy janitor?
creepy
I
janitor?
just wanted revenge after you refused to go out with him. How could you, Alice? I am a lover boy of George Clooney in proportions.
George
In other
Clooney
words,
reference?
The unattractive man wanted revenge because the hot girl said to him, "Ew."
When I started drinking warm water from my prostate, my friends laughed at me. But when they saw how much I
Skip.
"Wow, I'm not hooking up with you, you old bald and crave." Dude, you can build a suit that allows you to fly. Surely you could have made some inventions that set you up for life, but no. The heart didn't want to go out with me. Just say the fucking line.
I would have gotten away with it if it weren't for you meddling bitch and you
There-
damn dog.
There's that line by
I must say,
By
this is a rather short
people
film that
disguised as
oversees
monsters
all the
at the
routine
end of
parts
each
and just
episode.
throw us the ending parts out. But we still got about an hour and a couple of minutes to go by. So, what's there to tell afterwards?
I can't believe you took credit for my plan again.
No,
Not
man.
plan. Ghost pawed me for an hour and a half.
Dad, look, it's not our fault you always get kidnapped.
I do not always get kidnapped.
Okay, minor nitpick, but that's not true. Scooby and Shaggy were in bigger risks of getting into danger than Daphne ever had. She didn't really
The
do
13
much on the
ghosts.
shows back then, so I don't know where this whole damsel in distress thing comes from. So the gang are having a little bit of an argument of who's getting the bigger credit, and Shaggy tries to calm them down with a little metaphor.
I know I'm just the dude that carries the bags, but it seems to me we all play an important part in this group. I mean, we're just like a big, delicious banana split. Fred, you're the big banana. Daphne, you're the pastrami and bubblegum flavored ice cream, and Velma, you're the sweet and sour mustard sauce that goes on top.
That's disgusting! Who the hell eats ice cream with mustard on it? Either way,
Yeah.
it doesn't seem like a
Gross.
You know what, Shaggy? You really put it in perspective for me.
Thanks.
I quit. No way. You can't quit.
Elmo.
I was gonna quit in like
Couldn't.
2 seconds.
No, wait a minute. Maybe I could.
Or
Not
should I
you
say,
too, Fred.
killed by you. To be honest, this scene would have been a great spin on the whole thing we've seen a million times from the shows, where instead of getting a happy ending, it ends with a breakup. And, you know, I'd be okay if the plot was about bringing back the gang somehow and showing us that all of these guys need each other in the end. If it were done
Like
close to
the
third
trio,
act instead of breaking
Team
back in
Rocket
the
trio
first
need each
5
other at the-
minutes of the movie. Is there some story that happened before this that got cut out and they just decided to keep the final cut without showing us the lead up to the breakup? It certainly feels like it because there's a lot of stuff that we didn't see before we got to see this huge breakup. And even then, it's forced and phoned in without much drama put into their act.
Just like the
No
Team
way.
Rocket trio.
You can't
We
quit.
always fight a
I was
lot,
gonna
but we
quit in like
got
2
back each
seconds.
other. We
Now
got
everyone is
we
gonna
get back to
totally
each
think
other
I
at the
caught
end.
a smart girl.
No, wait a minute. Maybe I could. I do. Yeah, I could.
I'm out of here. Good riddance.
I want to say the film is over, but it's not. We're just getting started, and there's a lot of stuff we haven't seen before this open. You know, it's pretty bad when the direct-to-video animated movies had more build-up to the plot than a movie with an $84 million budget.
$84 million budget.
The movie like that with a dramatic start. It just doesn't make any sense to me. So the game breaks up, and it's just Shaggy and Scooby left as they drive away from the scene. 2 years have passed.
2 years
The gang is
later.
still not together. I guess they had to speed up the development somehow to make up for those past 2 years. But it seems like it's no big deal to Shaggy as he's puffing out his sorrows away. It's like this movie just got interesting.
Reggae.
Oh, man. Talk about toasted.
Oh, come on! That's bullshit! Shaggy is a stoner. Everyone knows that! You can't pretend that he isn't with this cop-out. Fuck all of you.
That's a wrap.
Actually, that isn't far off from the truth. I'm skipping a little bit